Hello everyone, welcome back to Jan Pedagogy. Today we'll see the lesson 4 materials, metals and non-metals for class 8 students book back exercises. Question number 1. Which of the following can be beaten into thin sheets? Options A. Zinc, B. Phosphorus, C. Sulfur, D. Oxygen. Answer A. Zinc. Explanation. Zinc is a metal with malleability and ductility, whereas phosphorus, sulfur and oxygen are non-metals which lack in malleability and ductility. Question number 2. Which of the following statements is correct? Options A. All metals are ductile, B. All non-metals are ductile, C. Generally metals are ductile, D. Some non-metals are ductile. Answer C. Generally metals are ductile. Explanation. Ductility is a property where a substance can be drawn into thin sheets. Generally, metals are ductile with mercury as the exception. A thin sheet wires are cut பண்றது ductility. இதுல வந்து mercury க்கு மட்டும் என்ன பண்றாங்க exceptions கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. 3. A. Phosphorus is a very dash non-metal. Answer reactive. B. Metals are dash conductors of heat and dash. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Iron is dash reactive than copper, more reactive than copper. D. Metal reacts with acids to produce dash gas, hydrogen gas. Question number 4. Mark T if the statement is true and F if it is false. A. Generally, non-metals reacts with acids. Answer false. B. Sodium is a very reactive metal. Answer true. C. Copper displaces zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Answer false. D. Coal can be drawn into wires. Answer false. Question number 5. Some properties are listed in the following table. Distinguish between metals and non-metals on the basics of these properties. Answer properties, metals, non-metals. Appearance, lustrous, dull. Hardness, hard, soft. Malleability, can be beaten into thin sheets. Cannot be beaten into thin sheets. Ductility, can be drawn into wires. Cannot be drawn into wires. Heat conduction, good conductor of heat, poor conductor of heat. Conduction of electricity, good conductors of electricity, poor conductors of electricity. Question number 6. Give reason for the following. Aluminum foils are used to wrap food items. Answer. Aluminum is malleable and can be drawn into thin sheets. Hence, aluminum foils are used to wrap food items. See, aluminum என்னடா பண்ண முடியும் malleable பண்ண முடியும். Malleableனா என்னன்னா ஒரு ராடை ஷீட்டா கன்வெர்ட் பண்றது என்னது malleable. Answer. Immersion rods for heating liquids are made up of metallic substances because metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. C. Copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution. Answer. Copper cannot displace zinc from salt solution because zinc is more reactive than copper. D. Sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene. Sodium and potassium are highly reactive metals which reacts with the atmospheric oxygen to catch fire. Hence, sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene. 7. Can you store the lemon pickle in an aluminum utensil? Explain. Answer. Pickles consist of acids which react with aluminum metal to produce salt and hydrogen. Hence, pickle is not stored in the aluminum utensil. 8. Match the substances given in column A with their uses given in column B. Answer A. Gold jewelry, iron machinery, aluminum wrapping food, carbon fuel, copper electric wire, mercury thermometers. 9. What happens when A. Dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate? Answer. No reaction occurs when dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate. However, when concentrated sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate, hydrogen gas evolves along with the formation of blue-colored copper sulfate crystals. The chemical reaction for the reaction between concentrated sulfuric acid and copper is Cu plus H2SO4 concentrated gives CuSO4 plus H2. Cu na enada copper, okay? H2SO4 na enadu sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid gives CuSO4 na enadu copper sulfate plus H2 na enadu gas, hydrogen gas. B. Iron nails are placed in a copper sulfate solution. Write word equations of the reactions involved. Answer. Iron being more reactive displaces copper from a copper sulfate. In this reaction, the blue color of the copper sulfate fades and there is a deposition of copper on the iron nail. Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. Fe na iron, CuSO4 na copper sulfate gives iron sulfate plus copper. 10. Saloni took a piece of burning charcoal and collected the gas evolved in a test tube. A. How will she find the nature of the gas? Add a few drops of water in the test tube containing gas. Now cover the test tube and shake it well. After shaking, test the solution with the blue litmus and red litmus. It will turn blue litmus red. Thus, the gas is acidic in nature. B. Write down word equations of all the reactions taking place in this process. 1. Charcoal reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide gas. 2. Carbon dioxide reacts with water to form carbonic acid, which turns blue litmus red. Question number 11. One day, Rita went to a jeweler's shop with her mother. Her mother gave all gold jewelry to the goldsmith to polish. Next day, when they brought the jewelry back, they found that there was a slight loss in the weight. Can you suggest a reason for the loss in weight? Answer. In order to polish the gold ornament, it is to be dipped in a liquid called aqua regia. See, aqua regia is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. Hydrochloric acid, nitric acid is aqua regia. On getting dissolved in the environment of aqua regia, the outer layer of the gold dissolves and an inner shining layer appears. The dissolving of the layer causes a reduction in the weight of the jewelry. And jewelry வந்து old jewelry அந்த aqua regia போட்டு வச்சோம் அப்படின்னா அதில் இருக்க மேலே இருக்க அந்த old layer என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா அது வந்து ரிமூவ் ஆகிடும். உள்ளே இருக்க ஷைனிங் லேயர் தான் வந்து என்ன ஆகும், அப்பியரன்ஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ அந்த ரிமூவ் ஆன லேயரால் நமக்கு என்ன ஆகுது, வெயிட் வந்து லாஸ் ஆயிருக்கு. Okay children, I hope this section is useful to you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye bye from Priyadarshini.